The Greenbush-Middle River School District is considering having a credit agency collect lunch account funds that are late. The Greenbush-Middle River School District lunch account is nearly $18,000 in arrears, meaning $18,000 in lunch account dollars are still owed to the district. Not too long ago, this amount sat at $26,000. That's a lot, said GMR Superintendent Larry Gugelsberg. Gugelsberg said the highest the lunch account in arrears total rose to around $800. GMR's enrollment numbers as of December 1st sat at 244. You just have people that refuse to pay, Gugelsberg said. And so what I'm asking is what kind of direction you want to give me for that. He continued, when we say lunches are free, they've been free since last March. So these lunch accounts in arrears of nearly $18,000 are better than 3 years old. Gugelsberg said people didn't pursue these accounts as much as they possibly should have. Unsure on the reason. I'm suggesting to you that we can still go after this, Gugelsberg said, but an account that's 3 years old, I don't know if you're going to get anything out of it. Gugelsberg added that over time, the district does get community donations in the meal service area, but he said those anonymous donations are usually for free lunch accounts. The district's job is to maximize its dollars, Gugelsberg said, and he mentioned how the district might have to write off this arrears amount. That's tax dollars that you're paying because someone just didn't want to pay their lunch account, Gugelsberg said. He mentioned how the board may notice that some people who get free lunches have account in arrears from a couple years ago. That's because if you get a free lunch, that's your first lunch. If you go back and get a second one, then you pay for that, Gugelsberg said. So someone might say, well, how can people who get a free or reduced lunch still owe money? Well, that's because they got a second lunch. He highlights how the district has former staff members who haven't paid their accounts. They're gone. The chances of you getting that are probably not very good, Gugelsberg said. So it is my suggestion that we continue to ask people. We send a letter out each month and usually get some sort of message. Hey, if you need help with the payment plan, let us know. At the end of the year, he said administration will see if it has had any impact and may come back to the board saying that they can't get these dollars. Asked by the board about a collection agency that specializes in this issue, Gugelsberg said the district could pursue a collection agency. Having experience with this, he said that going this route will result in a reaction. You're going to get someone mad, and do you want your public mad? At the same time, Gugelsberg asked, do you want your tax dollars to pay for someone who doesn't pay for their lunch account? Gugelsberg described the situation of some of those unpaid accounts. There are people that can't afford and are not eligible for free and reduced lunches, Gugelsberg said. They just refuse to pay. After Gugelsberg again suggested asking those funds be paid, Board Chairperson Shane Killen said, asking for it hasn't worked for years. Board member Brandon Kuznia suggested going after this unpaid balance hard, and board member Carrie Jo Howard agreed. We're doing a disservice to taxpayers that are loyal, Howard said. We're doing a disservice to the taxpayers that are trying to support the school district. I have a hard time writing off $18,000. Highlighting recent legislation that pretty much eliminated lunch-related shaming, Gugelsberg said that students come into the cafeteria and they eat. This is not a kid issue, this is a parent issue, Gugelsberg said, and there's no way that we should be putting any blame on a kid. That's not where we're coming from. Gugelsberg checked with the board of what it wanted him to do moving forward. What I'm hearing you say is look at the credit agency and start working towards that, Gugelsberg said, because this is a disservice to the rest of the taxpaying public. Is that what I'm hearing? The board confirmed that yes, it was. As Gugelsberg explained the day after the meeting, letters will be sent out highlighting how failure to pay for these accounts in arrears may result in the debt being given to a collection agency. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for PageOnePublications.com.